propeller plane, beating a jet. That's not a malfunction, that's engineering mastery. Right now, aircraft exist that spin propellers at supersonic tip speeds, cruise above 30,000 feet, and leave light jets behind at the fuel pump. From a 65-year-old unbroken world record to a carbon fiber rocket you can buy today, welcome to Luxury Aloft. These are the 10 fastest propeller aircraft ever built.
Number 10.
The Pilatus PC-12 NGX. Maximum cruise speed, 290 knots. That's 334 miles per hour. If you've ever chartered a turboprop, there's a very good chance you've flown in a Pilatus PC-12. The Swiss manufacturer Pilatus has been refining this single-engine workhorse for over 30 years. And the latest variant, the NGX, is the finest expression of that long legacy. At the heart of the NGX is the Pratt & Whitney PT6E-67XP, a fully FEDEC-controlled power plant, producing 1,200 shaft horsepower. This was, in fact, the launch platform for Pratt & Whitney's first digitally controlled turboprop in the general aviation market, a milestone that placed Pilatus at the leading edge of engine automation technology. The NGX features a single-lever power control, auto-throttle capability, and a propeller low-speed mode that reduces cabin noise during cruise, all driven by the digital engine control system. What makes the PC-12 remarkable isn't just its speed, it's what that speed comes packaged with. The cabin is genuinely spacious for a single-engine aircraft, capable of carrying up to 9 passengers. It has a service ceiling of 30,000 feet, can land on short and unpaved airstrips that a jet simply could not consider, and boasts a range of up to 1,803 nautical miles. The PC-12 has been called the Swiss Army knife of the sky, and when you look at its versatility, that nickname earns its keep. Number 9. The Piper M700 Fury. Maximum cruise speed, 301 knots. That's 346 miles per hour. The Piper M700 Fury is the newest member of one of aviation's most storied families. FAA certified in 2024, this single-engine turboprop represents the pinnacle of Piper's M-class lineage. The Fury is powered by a Pratt & Whitney PT6A-52 engine, producing 700 shaft horsepower, and it becomes the first aircraft in Piper's lineup to crack the 300-knot barrier. What's particularly compelling about the M700 is its combination of modern safety technology and pure performance. It comes equipped with Garmin's Autoland system, meaning that in the event of pilot incapacitation, the aircraft can autonomously navigate to the nearest suitable airport, communicate with air traffic control, and land itself. For owner-operators flying single pilot, that is not a small thing. With a range of approximately 1,500 nautical miles and the ability to reach the flight levels, the M700 Fury is a serious cross-country machine. Number 8. The Beechcraft King Air 350. Maximum cruise speed, approximately 312 knots. That's roughly 359 miles per hour. Now we step into the twin-engine world, and few aircraft have shaped business aviation quite like the Beechcraft King Air. The King Air 350 is powered by two Pratt & Whitney PT6A 60A engines, each producing 1,050 horsepower. With an 11-passenger cabin, a range approaching 1,806 nautical miles, and a service ceiling of 35,000 feet, this is the kind of aircraft that carries heads of state, medical teams, and corporate executives with equal aplomb. Textron Aviation has maintained the King Air's legendary status by steadily upgrading its avionics and systems over the decades. The 350's cabin is genuinely comfortable, pressurized, quieter than most turboprops, and configurable in multiple layouts. The King Air family remains one of the best-selling business aircraft of any category in aviation history. That is not an accident. Number 7. The Beechcraft King Air 360ER. Maximum cruise speed, 312 knots. That's 359 miles per hour. Building on the 350, the King Air 360ER steps up the experience in several meaningful ways. Though notably, it retains the same proven Pratt & Whitney PT6A 60A engines as its predecessor, each delivering 1,050 shaft horsepower. The performance gains of the 360 series come instead from where they matter most to passengers and pilots alike: automation, pressurization, and refinement. The 360ER comes standard with the ISNS Thrust Ascents Auto Throttle system, offering full regime engine control and envelope protection, as well as a lower cabin altitude at cruise, which reduces passenger fatigue on longer flights. The Collins Aerospace ProLine Fusion Avionics Suite adds 3 large touchscreen displays and synthetic vision. The extended range variant carries enough fuel to cover up to 1,806 nautical miles in the standard 360 configuration, making it one of the most capable and practical fast turboprops on the market today. Before we reveal our top 6, I'd like to take a moment. If you're enjoying this deep dive into the world's most extraordinary aviation machines, please consider subscribing to Luxury Aloft. We put significant research and care into every episode, and your subscription is what makes this channel possible. Tap that subscribe button now, and you won't miss a single flight. Number 6. The Daher TBM 960. Maximum cruise speed, 330 knots. That's 380 miles per hour. France's Daher has built a remarkable reputation with its TBM family of single-engine turboprops, and the TBM 960 is the current pinnacle of that achievement. Powered by the Pratt & Whitney PT-6E-66 XT engine with a nominal rating of 850 shaft horsepower and a thermodynamic output of 1,844 horsepower, the 960 represents a genuine leap forward. Like the PC-12 NGX, it uses a fully digital, single-lever engine and propeller control system. The pilot manages power from takeoff to landing with one lever. The computer handles the rest. At 330 knots cruise at 28,000 feet, the TBM 960 is genuinely competitive with many light jet. It also features Daher's remarkable home-safe emergency auto-land system, which, like the Piper M700's auto-land, can bring the aircraft safely to the ground without pilot input. As of 2025, Daher announced plans to open a new assembly facility in Stuart, Florida, a sign of sustained, strong demand. Pricing is approximately $3.8 million. Number 5. The epic E1000 GX, maximum cruise speed, 333 knots. That's 383 miles per hour, is something of a dark horse in this story. Built by Epic Aircraft in Bend, Oregon, the E1000 GX is a 6-seat, single-engine turboprop constructed almost entirely from carbon fiber composite materials. The result is a remarkably light, rigid airframe that lets its Pratt & Whitney PT-6 A67A engine, producing a full 1,200 shaft horsepower, flex its muscles in spectacular fashion. At 333 knots, the E1000 GX sits fractionally ahead of the TBM 960, making it by a narrow margin the fastest certified single-engine passenger turboprop in the world. Its service ceiling is 34,000 feet, high for a turboprop of any kind, and it reaches that altitude from sea level in under 20 minutes. In December 2023, the FAA granted flight into known icing certification for the GX, expanding its operational utility considerably. Flying Magazine awarded the E1000 its Innovation Award in 2020, and production nearly doubled in 2024 compared to 2023. The approximate purchase price is $3.25 million, which positions it below the TBM 960 while offering higher horsepower, a larger cabin, and more payload. That is a genuinely compelling proposition. Number 4. The Saab 2000 maximum cruise speed, 370 knots. That's 426 miles per hour. Now we enter territory where the word turboprop begins to feel almost inadequate. The Saab 2000 is a Swedish-built regional airliner that first entered service in the mid-1990s, designed from the outset to do one thing above all else: go fast. Powered by 2 Allison AE 2100A turboprop engines, each producing over 4,150 shaft horsepower, the Saab 2000 can carry up to 58 passengers at speeds that approach the lower end of what a regional jet can manage. At 370 knots, the Saab 2000 is faster than virtually every business turboprop on the market today. It was the answer to a specific commercial question. Could you run a regional airline with turboprops, save fuel compared to jets, and still give passengers near-jet travel times? On routes up to about 1,500 nautical miles, the answer was largely yes. While Saab ended production of the 2000 in the late 1990s, a number of these aircraft remain in regional airline service, and their performance numbers still stand as a benchmark in the twin turboprop category. Number 3. The Piaggio Avanti EVO, maximum cruise speed, 402 knots, that's 462 miles per hour. If you've ever seen a Piaggio Avanti in flight and done a double take, you're not alone. This Italian aircraft is one of the most visually arresting designs in modern aviation. A sleek, futuristic machine that seems to belong somewhere between a science fiction film and a Milan fashion show. And yet, every unusual feature of its design serves a precise aerodynamic purpose. The Avanti EVO, built by Piaggio Aerospace, uses a configuration unlike virtually any other production aircraft. It has a forward canard, a small wing near the nose, main wings positioned near the rear, and two Pratt & Whitney PT6A 66B turboprop engines mounted behind the cabin, driving propellers that push rather than pull. This pusher configuration keeps the propellers well aft of the cabin, dramatically reducing interior noise. The result is one of the quietest turboprop cabins ever built. At 402 knots, the Avanti EVO is officially faster than most light jets, full stop. In 2003, a Piaggio Avanti set a coast-to-coast speed record across the United States, averaging a remarkable 475 knots from San Diego to Charleston. The EVO builds on that legacy with 5-blade scimitar propellers, winglets, and a range of up to 1,800 nautical miles. As a business aircraft for up to 7 passengers, it is not just fast, it is genuinely luxurious, with a stand-up cabin, Italian leather, and near-jet quiet. Pricing is approximately $7.7 million. Number 2. The Tupolev 295 Bear. Maximum speed, approximately 499 knots. That's 575 miles per hour. We step now out of the world of business aviation and into something altogether more formidable. The Tupolev 295, known to NATO as the Bear, is a Soviet-designed strategic bomber that first flew in November 1, 1952. It entered service in 1956, and as of 2026, it remains an operational aircraft in the Russian Aerospace Forces. No other propeller-driven aircraft has served in frontline military use for anything close to this long. What makes the 295 so remarkable is the sheer engineering audacity behind it. It is powered by 4 Kuznetsov NK-12 turboprop engines, still the most powerful turboprop engines ever placed in operational service on any aircraft. Each engine produces approximately 15,000 shaft horsepower. Each drives a pair of contra-rotating propellers, 2 sets of 4 blades spinning in opposite directions on the same shaft, and the tips of those propellers move faster than the speed of sound. That is why the 295 is one of the loudest aircraft ever built. NATO interceptor pilots have described flying alongside a Bear as an overwhelming acoustic experience, even from inside a supersonic jet fighter. At maximum speed, the 295 approaches 499 knots, roughly 575 miles per hour. To put that in context, that is close to the cruise speed of early commercial jet airliners. And it achieves this with propellers. The 295 is expected to remain in service with Russian forces until at least 2040, a truly extraordinary run for any combat aircraft, let alone one powered by propellers. And at number 1, the Tupolev Tu-114 Rossiya, official FAI world record speed, 877 kilometers per hour, that is 545 miles per hour, or approximately 474 knots. The aircraft that holds the official world record as the fastest propeller-driven aircraft in history is not a military machine, it is a passenger airliner. The Tupolev Tu-114, known as the Rossiya, was built in the Soviet Union beginning in 1955, sharing the swept wings, power plants, and contra-rotating propellers of the Tu-95 bomber, now mated to a brand new, enormous, pressurized passenger fuselage. The result was something the aviation world had never seen: a turboprop airliner capable of carrying up to 224 passengers across nearly 7,000 kilometers at speeds that matched early jet aircraft. The Tu-114 flew regular Aeroflot service on routes including Moscow to Havana and Moscow to New York. Because Soviet airports sometimes lacked ground equipment tall enough to reach the Tu-114's cabin door, the aircraft sat so high on its long landing gear, purpose-built mobile staircases had to be constructed just to board passengers. On April 9, 1960, over a 5,000-kilometer closed circuit near Moscow, a Tu-114 He averaged 877.21 kilometers per hour, 545 miles per hour, or just under 474 knots while carrying a 25,000-kilogram payload. The Fédération Aéronautique Internationale certified it as the absolute record holder for propeller-driven aircraft. That record has stood unbroken for over 65 years. It has never even been seriously challenged. The Tu-114 carried Nikita Khrushchev on his historic 1959 visit to the United States, and when American officials boarded to greet the Soviet premier, they were visibly astonished by the sheer scale and capability of the machine. The Tu-114 was retired from Aeroflot service in 1976, replaced by the Ilyushin Il-62 jet. But its record remains a monument to one of the most extraordinary chapters in aviation history. From a French rocket you can buy today to a Soviet airliner whose record has stood for 65 years, propellers have never been old technology. They've just been misunderstood. If this changed how you think about flight, drop a comment below. Tell us, which one surprised you most? Don't forget to subscribe to Luxury Aloft. We'll see you in the skies.